Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you so much to our witnesses here who came to testify on border policies and technologies. I was excited to see President Trump put out a post, a truth on Truth Social, that said the month of February, my first full month in office, had the lowest number of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country in history by far. There were only 8,326 apprehensions of illegals by Border Patrol at the U.S.-Mexico border, all of whom were quickly ejected from our nation or, when necessary, prosecuted for crimes against the United States of America. This means that very few people came. The invasion of our country is over. In comparison, under Joe Biden, there were 300,000 illegals crossing in 1 month, and virtually all of them were released into our country. Thanks to the Trump administration policies, the border is closed to all illegal aliens, immigrants is what he put. Anyone who tries to illegally enter the USA will face significant criminal penalties and immediate deportation. I think the President Trump and his team, Secretary Noem and Border Czar Tom Homan, have done a fantastic job of turning chaos at our southern border into control. Mr. Fabricatore, welcome from the great state of Colorado. I wanted to ask you some questions about Colorado's sanctuary policies that prevent ICE from coordinating with local law enforcement agents, and maybe how that had an impact on the Tren de Aragua presence that we saw in Aurora.
Thank you, ma'am. So yes, the sanctuary policies in the state of Colorado, as you know, there's been many that have been passed since 2013 that limit cooperation with Immigration Customs Enforcement, and that even limits the amount of data that ICE is allowed to get. This includes DMV records, the State Department of Labor. So this keeps ICE from being able to identify criminal illegal aliens easily and go out on the street and arrest them. When you have those limitations, that's when you're going to see an increase in crime like we saw with Tren de Aragua over the last couple of months, because ICE just simply is not getting the data that's necessary to be able to target these criminal illegal aliens and remove them from the streets quickly.
Yes, and do you believe that using modern tracking technology would have helped secure our border and even our cities in the state of Colorado?
It definitely would have helped. It's something that the ERO officers need in order to be able to facilitate making arrests quickly, which is what we want to do. We don't want to give illegal criminal aliens an opportunity to commit more crimes in the U.S. We want to arrest them as quickly as we can.
Yes, and so with the CBP One app and discussing improvements to the app, do you think that there's a possibility for self-deportation, some sort of incentive to self-deport using the app and arrive at a location to get a one-way ticket home?
If we can use the app to enter, we can use that app to exit. So absolutely, we can develop that technology to allow people to self-deport. And that way families don't have to be separated. Right. They can go right through the CBP One app, they can get on the app, they can do an exit, we can have that information readily available, and they can self-deport.
Thank you. And Mr. Fabricatore, under the failed Biden regime, how many criminal illegal aliens were able to evade ICE apprehensions because you were all restricted from using the right tools and technologies and authorities?
So thousands, I mean, and millions even. I mean, we have 1.4 million on the non-detained docket of final orders right now, which, you know, they went and saw an immigration judge, immigration judge said, you must leave. And they even defied an immigration judge's order. So these cases are stacking up. It's something that needs to be taken care of, and under this administration, it will be.
And Mr. Fabricatore, the Biden administration focused on reducing detention rates rather than increasing surveillance. Hundreds of heinous acts were committed by violent criminal aliens. Do you think that reducing detention rates rather than increasing surveillance makes our borders more or less safe, secure?
No, we need an increased detention rate, absolutely. I think we're at 41,000 beds right now. I know President Trump would like to double, if not even have more, up to 100,000 beds. This is what we need. In order to have the deportation process be successful, we need those beds in place.
Thank you. And I'm certainly proud of the initiative that President Trump has put forward. And like I said, Border Czar Tom Homan, and I know that you have worked with him in the past, and I hope to see you alongside him in the future as well. And we have Secretary Noem doing a great job. And Mr. Fabricatore, if you got 5 seconds that you want to say something, it's yours.
Thank you. Yes, we need this technology. ERO needs this technology. They need the money.